Hey, Joe from Home Studio Corner, and today I want to review these noise-canceling headphones from Mixcder. Now, as I've said before, I get a lot of requests to review products. Most of them I say no. If I'm interested in the product, I'll say sure, let me check it out, and then if I like it, I'll do a review. So, Mixcder contacted me. I thought, you know what? I'd like to check those out. So they sent me a copy for free, and then I said if I like them, I'll review them. If I don't, we'll just pretend this never happened. I'd rather not do just a bad review and just review things that I actually think are kind of cool. So these are Bluetooth headphones, and they're noise canceling. And first of all, just from a headphone perspective, being that I'm a studio guy, these remind me a lot of my Sennheiser HD280 Pro wired headphones that I use all the time for tracking. They're comfortable, they got the nice cushy ear pad dealies there. These do feel a little bit lighter, and of course they are wireless. Now real quickly, let's walk through some of the features here. On the left earpiece, we've got a switch labeled ANC for active noise canceling. When we flip that on, the light goes on. I'll talk about that in a second. Then on the right earpiece, we've got just 3 buttons and a charger port. So we've got the power button there, the charge port there, and then volume up and down switches there. Very simple, all the basic functions you'd expect from a wireless headphone. So the timing of getting these headphones was pretty cool. I lost my Apple earbuds, those little white dangly earbud things. I've used those for a year and a half, 2 years, all the time, and I love them, and I lost them. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to check these out. They're obviously bigger and bulkier. Walking around with these on your head make you look a little dorkier than walking around with the little tiny earbud in your ear. But some argue that that's dorkier too. But what really got me with these was the noise canceling. I've never used noise canceling headphones before. I know. What a nerd, never used noise canceling headphones. But what I found was it's shocking how well the noise canceling works. I'm sure there are tons of noise canceling headphones on the market. I'm not saying these are the best compared to Bose and all the others. I don't know, I've not used them. But from what I can tell, the noise canceling works really well. When I put these on, and you can actually have them powered off. The Bluetooth section of these can be off, but you can still engage the noise canceling section. So if you just want some quiet, you're in a noisy coffee shop, you're on an airplane, or just in my studio, just the air conditioner noise and whatever, I can pop these on. And when I put them on, I hear just kind of the normal rumble that you hear, kind of room noise. They're still closed headphones, but you can still obviously hear the room noise, or if I'm in the car, you can hear the rumble of the road. And as soon as I switch this switch right here, it all goes away. My voice has a lot less. I think it's a combination of they roll off the low frequencies of what's coming out, but then they also do the noise canceling thing, which means all the outside noise that would normally interfere with what you're listening to, which means you'd have to turn up the volume of whatever you're listening to be able to hear it. You don't have to do that anymore. My first impression of these when I got them out, I very quickly paired it to my phone, which worked just like you'd expect it to, and I put it on and hit play, and I thought, it's just not very loud. I turned it up as loud as it would go, and it wasn't very loud. Then I engaged the noise canceling feature, and it did change the tone of the music. The music got a little brighter and a little louder, but because it took down the level of noise that I'm hearing, I could actually turn the volume down on the speakers and listen to it at a reasonable volume. So when I initially thought, oh, these aren't going to be loud enough, because I sometimes like to crank it in my headphones just to really get immersed in the music, and I thought these weren't going to cut it. Once I engaged the noise canceling, I actually found that it was plenty loud. I would be riding down the interstate listening to these, and a lot of noise there. You pop on the noise canceling, now it almost feels like you're in silence. You hear a little low rumble, but it's a lot less pronounced than it is with the noise canceling off. And then the music I would listen to, I could listen to at 50, 75% volume on my phone, and it would sound great. There's also an actual analog port here, an 1/8 inch port. So if you wanted to plug this into something, you've got some other system you want to plug into, you can do that and still take advantage of the noise canceling, which is kind of neat. I haven't used that, but it's there. So to recap, the noise canceling seems to work really well. I was really impressed and a little bit freaked out by it. I did a lot of work in the studio with these. Just sitting here like editing a video, I would pair my laptop to these, turn on the noise canceling, put them on, and it was literally, it helped me focus. Because even just the normal noises of being in a home, air conditioner noise and all that was gone, and I was just hearing the audio. And it just created almost, it reminded me of those, I've only tried meditation a little bit, but those times when you really are just quiet and still and your mind is clear, I know that sounds weird, but that's what it felt like when I turned on the noise canceling in these. It just got really quiet and I could almost just hear my own thoughts, even with no audio and no music playing. And that was really cool to me. If I just need a minute of quiet, I can pop these on. And I bet if you measured like my blood pressure, it goes down just a little bit when I put these on. I don't know, that's a crazy thing to say. But what I found was it helped me to focus in a weird way. When I've flown on airplanes, a lot of times I will take regular in-ear monitors that go in your ears to listen to music so that it blocks out the plane noise, because regular earbuds like the Apple earbuds, you have to turn them up so loud and you're still hearing everything on the airplane or whatever's around you, so you really, they don't block out noise, they just add to the noise that you're already hearing. These, although I didn't have a flight in the last couple of weeks while I was reviewing these, I did ride in a car, I did mow the grass, and then just did normal stuff around the house, and they worked really well. I was really surprised when I got on the mower. I have like a riding John Deere mower. Turned on the blades, put these on, turned on noise canceling, and it was, yeah, I can still hear the mower. It doesn't disappear, but boy, it gets a lot quieter. It goes from being this to kind of all that low end rumble goes away, and then I'm hearing just a little bit of the rumble there, and I'm able to clearly hear the music I was listening to without having to crank it. That's really cool. So if you're nerding out and you don't know, the way noise canceling works, as far as I can figure out, is if you have an audio file, and then you take a copy of that audio file and you flip the polarity so the waveform is going the opposite direction, those will cancel each other out and you'll hear silence. It's the same idea here. It's listening to the outside noise and then it's inverting that with some crazy algorithms and then playing that into your ear, so in essence you aren't technically hearing the outside noise anymore. That's the way at least I understand it. I could be wrong, but it's really cool, crazy cool technology. The other thing I didn't mention is this does have a microphone on it. I believe it's right here. So these do work like a normal Bluetooth headset for taking and receiving phone calls. So you can have these on, be listening to music, get a call from your spouse, and you can answer it. And the buttons do act like you would expect. You can answer calls with the power button, and then you can hold down the up and down volume buttons to do different functions within your music system. So I could use, one of them was to skip the song, one was to pause, one was to go back and play it again. So you've got a good amount of control with just a minimum number of buttons, which is pretty cool. And the most impressive thing about these is the battery life. I have used these a bunch. I'm talking hours and hours over the last week or week and a half. I mean, if I had to add up the hours, it'd be at least, it feels like it's been at least 10 to 15 hours of using these. Mowing the grass and doing yard work. Going longer rides in the car, listening and sitting here for a couple hours editing videos. I've used them and used them and used them. In the first couple of days, I would check the battery on my phone. You know how you can swipe over and it shows you the battery level of whatever you have attached to your phone, like my watch. And these would show up and it would say 100%. And then the next day I would check in, it said 100% battery. And I was thinking, okay, that feature doesn't work. That stinks. No, it does work. It just turns out these batteries last forever. I assumed if I was using the noise canceling that it would run the battery down a lot more. It just hasn't. I am sitting at, let me see, a week or week and a half later, having used these a ton and only charged them once, I'm sitting at 60% of this battery left. That's insane to me. I did not expect that. I expected to use it for a couple hours and then have to come plug it back in, and that has not been the case. So you literally may only have to charge these once a month, I don't know, and be able to use them a lot without having to constantly carry the charger with you. My only real criticism is the name is hard to say. Mixcder? That's the only weird thing, but otherwise, these Mixcder E9 noise canceling headphones, I definitely recommend them. I don't think they sell for that much. I'll have a link below so you can go check it out for yourself. But if you're thinking the noise canceling headphones might be in your future and you don't want to spend a crap load of money, but you want something that sounds good, and by the way, I haven't even said anything. They do sound good. They've got plenty of low end, plenty of top end. They're not super hyped. I felt like all the music I listened to sounded great on them. Being an audio engineer, I feel like I've got a pretty good ear for this stuff. I thought they sounded great. So if you're thinking about getting something like this, maybe treat yourself. I really like these. I think you'll like them too. Thanks for watching. See ya.